Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Bernard. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion.
The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So Vanderbilt's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are going to be... The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. One of the highlights of the year last season, Alabama went into Nashville coming off a win against Georgia and got knocked out of Nashville with their first loss to Vandy since 1969. Anything can happen in this crazy sport.
It was magic. It was crazy. It was Pavia time, right? Like the 4th down conversions, they held the ball for most of the game. And Jesse, remember, this is what kept the Tide out of the playoffs. You think they're a little upset?
Definitely, and they're going to have to do a better job defensively with that gun option scheme we saw from Vanderbilt in that game a year ago. They didn't have any answer for that. A few interceptions early by Jalen Milroe put him behind the 8 ball, so we just need a better effort from Alabama on both sides.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He fires a bullet to the right.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the
2. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it on third and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama! Bunch formation for these receivers. To throw, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They're down to the 20, first and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Let's go. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
It's so important in football that wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page. They're understanding where I got to get the first down. Great job understanding where that marker was.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Simpson. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And it's no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just...
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he'll just take it. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job there.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room in it to the goal line. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Horton. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed. You saw his ability to turn his hips. And how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Plenty of leg and kept it just. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to... This drive will open from the 15. The give to the tailback. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another